And we're live. Welcome back to Kingdom Kast. This is your host, Dynasty Champ Chuck. We back at it with another episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share our social media platforms. Here, my guy Country on the top right of the screen. And we have a special guest, somebody who Chiefs Kingdom is familiar with. He played with the Chiefs for 4 years, I want to say.
Yeah.
And right now, he's currently the wide receiver coach at North Alabama. So I'd like to welcome Coach Samie Parker to this episode of Kingdom Kast. How you doing, Coach?
I'm good, man. Appreciate y'all having me. I said a special guest. I don't know about special, but we in here, man. Let's get it.
Oh, man, stop it.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
The baby face assassin in the building. What's going on?
Right. So, Samie, right now you're currently in the middle of recruiting transfer portal period, I want to say. So, like, how long have you been the wide receiver coach in North Alabama? How's that going for you?
So this is going on my second year here at North Alabama. Kind of been moving around a little bit. It kind of all started down at Mid-America Nazarene down in Kansas City. Worked there. Got a chance to work with a couple guys that played for the Chiefs as well. And, had a guy that ended up getting the opportunity to compete and try to chase his dreams at the NFL level from Mid-America. And then kind of just got into training. And then right after that, I ended up going to Fort Valley down in Georgia. Then came back to Kansas City again. And then while I was there, right before the Chiefs' first Super Bowl win, got a call from Nick Rolovich at Washington State and offered a job the day of the Super Bowl. And took that job and went in and got into recruiting down in Washington State. And then kind of just been rolling ever since then, man. Went to Rice and then now here.
Yeah, you are. So y'all jobs never. This is a 24/7, 365 job.
Yeah, for sure. It's all day, every day.
That's what's up. I see it. I'll be watching.
I do remember you. I do remember you being on the sideline at Washington State one year. I do remember that because I remember watching the Washington State game, man. I saw that you was on the sideline as one of the coaches. I was like, oh, that's Samie Parker. I was like,
yeah, man. So just kind of being all over the place, man, and just enjoying the process, man. Now, and got a chance to work with a lot of young men in the Kansas City area and help develop the kids down there and kind of seeing them flourish and in the college phase now. Some of the upcoming guys rising in the Kansas City area. And then, it's going to be exciting, for me kind of moving forward, probably the next couple of years. I mean, having kids that I train down in the Kansas City area that are going to be, NFL prospects that, with potential to getting drafted. Well, I know they'll get drafted next year. So looking forward to seeing that, and hopefully they'll, be able to come home and play for Kansas City. So that'd be great. To get those guys, in that red and gold.
So how does it feel, man? We kind of jumping the gun here, but what's the difference between player Samie Parker and Coach Samie Parker?
For me, man, is being at this level, I try to implement much as I can to make these guys understand and realize the process, man, and I try to get them, mentally and physically prepared for what it's going to be like to get to if they get a chance to make it to the next level. Because it's a cutthroat business, man. It's not all glitz and glamour as everybody see. And you see all the, the Pat Mahomes and all those guys with all these big time contracts and deals and, and all that different stuff. But it's not, all that. Everybody don't get that same deal. But at the same time, it's great, especially to live out your childhood dream. Some people have dreamed about it all their life. And some people that's, how they get a chance to feed their family, and they figured that was the way to make it out of whatever environment it was. For me, growing up in Long Beach, California, money wasn't falling off trees. So I felt, for me, football was the way out and gave me an opportunity to give me an avenue, to have a better life for me and my family. And I got a chance to do that. And so I was grateful for the opportunity for Kansas City to draft me and forever, be a Chief fan. Being that, they gave me that first opportunity.
Yeah, so shout out to you being from the LBC.
Yes, sir.
Got Lex Snoop Dogg. I mean, about him, of course. So what made you decide to get into football and want to become a professional football player?
For me, man, I just took a liking to it. Started playing at the age of 7. Once I got done playing at the age of 7, I just felt like that was, my calling for me to play football. Obviously, being able to, showcase my talent. I was a fast individual, still am. And so just being able to run the ball and, get the ball in my hands and go. And I think that kind of took me to the next level. And once I got introduced to it, it just kind of took off for me. And I felt like that was, my calling. And obviously playing multiple sports, kind of growing up, played basketball, played baseball, played football, did a little bit indoor soccer. So I did a little bit of everything. And, for cats nowadays, they're just jumping into, just playing one sport, Obviously you can, hone in on one sport, but playing multiple gives you, a different background, and it helps you move a little bit different and things of that nature. Baseball helps you with your hand-eye coordination. So if you're a receiver, if you're a corner and things like that, helps you, catching the ball and things of that sort. So all these different sports can help you, move in, in different directions and kind of help elevate, your game at, the next level.
Look like
So
you
when do
still
you
running
lock in, though? When do you lock in on one sport? Sam? Like, and when should I be like, okay, football, I'm just gonna focus on football senior year, or do I just like develop it, you know what I'm saying, or just keep playing it till you can't no more?
Man, I would say just keep playing multiple sports, because some people, they'll come and watch you play a certain sport. Like, for instance, I had a kid who never played football before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And got a chance to work with this kid in the Kansas City area, right? And never played football ever in life, right? Maybe played with his friends outside on the, in the park or something like that. And all of a sudden, he came and we got him 2 Division I scholarships before he even put on a helmet, right?
Man.
He was a soccer player, right? But all his movements and things of that nature started transition to what football wanted to see, right? And now he's a Power 5 guy playing college football after only playing 2 years of high school football. But before he ever put a helmet on, like I said, he had 2, 3, probably 4 Division I offers before he even put a helmet on. It was just off of movements and, people trusting the process, and, coaches, trusting in the phase that they knew that I knew what I was talking about and what I was doing with these kids. So, they trusted in, what I was, selling to them. And obviously it worked, because he's playing at a high level right now. And, gonna have a good chance to start this year and make a huge impact at his school.
So how does that translate to you as a win? Like, you just get the satisfaction of, man, I just put this kid in a D1 college. I put him in a Power 1 school, a Power 5 school. Like, how does that affect you? Like, what's your win in that situation?
Man, just the gratification, just being able to, communicate with those guys, and for them to tell me, and express, the stuff that I taught them, is helping them, progress in life, right? At the end of the day, it ain't about me, right? What can I do to help, our younger generation, make that next step in life, to do the same things that I did or better, right? I definitely want them to do better than I did. So that's huge for me to be able to see guys, my guys, to say, hey, shout out Coach Parker for giving me, helping me elevate my game to where it's at now, right? Got a young guy who I worked with since the 7th grade, getting ready to go to Mizzou next year. Big time superstar. Gonna be a huge impact. Got a kid that, 2 or 3 kids that's playing at Mizzou right now. So I got kids all across the country, man, that I got a chance to work with, and then kids that I know that I've coached in high school and trained, who are now playing in the NFL. One got drafted last year by the Falcons. Jack Jones playing with the Raiders, right? So like cats that I coached in college, right? So this is like huge. So now for me, like watching the AFC West is kind of bittersweet, right? Because I'm obviously, I'm like, we gotta win the game, the Chiefs, right? But I definitely see the people that I've worked with and coached and things of that nature, that succeed, right? Antonio Pierce, worked with him at Long Beach Poly, who's now the head coach for the Oakland Raiders. Worked with him in high school. He was the head coach at the high school, Long Beach Poly, where I went to school at. Jack Jones was a player there. His son, who's on the staff at, with the Raiders as well. I worked with all those guys. So, seeing those guys and want them guys to have a great season, but not great enough to beat us, right? But stuff to beat us last year. And you know what I'm saying, Jack Jones got a pick, and you know what I'm saying, he talked his talk and he walked his walk like he
He
did.
did.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So being able to see him to flourish and do what he did, Alex Austin just got drafted. He got drafted by Buffalo last year. Now he's playing with the Patriots. Clark Phillips playing with the Falcons. So like I got a chance like to develop and work with these guys on a daily basis. So seeing those guys, you know what I'm saying, be where they're at, is great. Now, you know what I'm saying, just had a, you know what I'm saying, a guy that got drafted in the third round that I worked with at Rice, you know what I'm saying, a year ago. Luke McCaffrey just got drafted by the Washington Commanders. So, you know what I'm saying, like these things are huge for me just to be able to see those guys, you know what I'm saying, flourish and take their game to the next level, man. And for them to be appreciative and to communicate that stuff, man, it's huge, man. And when I hear them say, or, you know what I'm saying, hey, thanks for coming out, and, you know what I'm saying, that's different things. And, you know what I'm saying, hey, you know what I'm saying, it just makes me excited. It's not about me at the end of the day. Like, with those kids and, you know what I'm saying, to see them take that next step in life is great.
You gotta stop sending people to the ops though, man. What's going on with you?
Hey, man, I'm not the GM, man. I don't make decisions, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, I got you.
Then I'm picking up everybody. We gonna win. You feel me? I'm doing that though.
I ain't gonna hold you, Jack Jones. When you mentioned his name, it kind of gave me PTSD a little bit because that was an awful Christmas. That was an awful Christmas. I ain't gonna hold you.
He deserved that one. He deserved that one. We got it on.
Terrible, man. Definitely, but you know what I'm saying, it was huge to see, you know what I'm saying, him, you know what I'm saying, make that, you know what I'm saying, make that play. But I was like, man, okay, if we win by one, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? We, you know what I'm saying, we both, you know what I'm saying, we both gotta win at the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I tell my kids now. Like, you know what I'm saying, I'm seeing kids that I get to train, that I trained before, that I'm gonna play against this year. You know what I'm saying? I think I played against like 3 or 4 players that I trained when I was in Kansas City. So I'm like, hey, you have a great game as long as you lose at the end of the day. It's a win-win for both of us. You know what I'm saying?
Let's be clear.
It's a win-win for the both of us. So,
Man, take
Straight up.
us back to what's the name? Is it Long Beach Poly? What's the name of it?
yeah. Long Beach Poly, yeah.
Man, y'all done had some people come out of there, man.
Man, where you want to start at? You know what I'm saying? We can go way back when, you know what I'm saying? We can wherever you want to start, man. Gene
What's
Watt,
the dude from the Patriots? He a Hall of Famer.
Willie McGinnis.
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry, Willie. My apologies.
Super Bowl champ,
legend.
man.
You know
3-time
what I'm saying?
Super Bowl champ, man. So we got a lot of, you know, a lot of great players who came through our school. At one point, we was the you know what I'm saying, we had the most NFL players out of any high school in America, but I'm pretty sure we're still in the top 5, probably top 3. Man, I think I would say pretty much every year we have a guy get picked up, right? Last year, I think we had, going into training camp, the guys that I coached in the high school at the time with Antonio Pierce, I think we had about 6 guys in training camp from our high school team, right? From my high school team, on my team that graduated with me, that graduating class, I had 4 that made it to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Myself, Larry Kroon, ended up playing with the Arizona Cardinals. Chris Lewis was with the Arizona Cardinal. Darryl Rideau with the freaking Colts, and then we actually had Kareem Kelly as well, who was with the Ravens. So that's 5 that graduated with me out of high school. That got to play, you know what I'm saying, professional. So, you know what I'm saying, there's not too many people. There's usually 1, you know what I'm saying, maybe 2, but I had 5 out of my graduating class that got a chance to play at the NFL level, man. So that was huge. You know what I'm saying, being able to compete against those guys, you know what I'm saying, day in and day out was huge. But now being able to see, you know what I'm saying, those guys take that next step, man, it was big. You know what I'm saying, we all put on for the city and a lot of different locations, right? But at the end of the day, it all, you know what I'm saying, trickle back to, you know what I'm saying, to the grassroots where it started at Long Beach Poly.
How much pressure was it? How much pressure was it going to a school with that much prestige? And like by the time you came in, y'all had already put people in the league. Y'all had, you know what I'm saying? Y'all had a lot of famous people come out of that. How much pressure was that on you as a football player?
I mean, it wasn't pressure. I wouldn't say it was pressure at all, man. I think the biggest thing was, you know what I'm saying, wanting to make sure you fulfill, you know what I'm saying, that step, right? And take that next step, whatever it looked like, you know what I'm saying, for you, right. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, being wherever you went to school at, you know what I'm saying, you want to get out there and showcase, you know what I'm saying, that, you know what I'm saying, you're a great player, or you're, you know what I'm saying, we had, you know what I'm saying, from, rappers to actors to, you know what I'm saying, to baseball players. Like, you know what I'm saying, our school is like crazy, like talented, as much talent we put out. Cameron Diaz, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, Tony Gwynn Jr., you know what I'm saying, like baseball players, you know what I'm saying, Peyton Watson playing for the Nuggets right now, Jordan Bell playing, you know what I'm saying, playing with the Warriors, won 2 championships, like Deshaun Jackson, like the list goes on and on. Like, you know what I'm saying,
That's
for guys
crazy.
that came out of our
All
high
at the same school.
Mercedes Lewis, you know what I'm saying, who probably about to go on year 20 in the NFL right now. Like, it's crazy, like, you know what I'm saying, the amount of talent that comes out of our high school, man. But at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying, we see these people every single day, you know what I'm saying, so it's you know what I'm saying, it's no, you know what I'm saying, bitterness, you know what I'm saying, about that. But obviously, you know what I'm saying, you want to climb to the top. And, you know what I'm saying, being able to compete every single day, I think that's the biggest, you know what I'm saying, biggest thing, you know, because at the end of the day, if you're competing, you know what I'm saying, it's going to help you, you know what I'm saying, rise to the top, you know what I'm saying, cream rise to the top, as they say.
Man, that's a lot of names, man. That's a lot of good names right there. But yeah, Sammy, let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit now to college. Okay, so you came out of Oregon.
Yeah.
Did your time there, did your thing out there, and then now you're here. You're at the NFL draft. You're waiting on the clock. You finally get selected in the 4th round by the Chiefs. So give us a look.
No. What happened?
This what happened.
Okay. All right. So give us your side of the story then. Give us a little insight. What went on?
This is the real facts, man. So crazy part about this, man, it hurt my heart, man.
All right.
I kind of hoped I wasn't gonna be a Chief, right?
Okay.
So in the 3rd round, they called me, and I'm talking to Dick Vermeil and the staff on the phone in the 3rd round. Oh man, we're about to draft you with this pick, man. We really love you. Da 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 da. You know what? On second thought, we're gonna call you tomorrow. And I'm like, wait.
Dang.
Wait.
Wow.
Now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Then they were like, man, we're gonna pick somebody else. And you know, they ended up picking Kieran Fox, man, somebody I trained with. Shout out to my boy Fox. Me and him was doing combine training together. We had the same agent and all that stuff, whatnot. So they ended up dropping Kieran Fox in the 3rd round. They turned around, was like, we're gonna get you tomorrow. We got the 4th pick of the day. So I was like, low key, I was kind of mad. I was like, man,
of course,
pick me before, you know what I'm saying, the 4th pick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Why they call you?
I guess they pressed send to the wrong number. You know
we thought you was Kieran Fox. My bad. Get up.
Yeah. Sammy. Oh, yeah.
So you got the wrong number.
You know that they passed
we're gonna get you tomorrow.
Hey, hold on. Here go Andy Reid. You know what I'm saying? They gave the phone to everybody. I'm like, yes.
Man, I would have been. Did you sleep that night though?
Man, did I sleep? I ain't want to go to sleep. I was mad.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I was ready for everything but sleep.
Oh my God.
It hurt my heart a little bit, but at the end of the day, it was a blessing in disguise. Got drafted the following day, you know what I'm saying, bright and early from the Chiefs in the 4th, you know what I'm saying, with the 4th pick of the day, man. And you know what I'm saying, it like I said, it was a childhood, you know what I'm saying, dream, you know what I'm saying, come true, man. And it was great, man. And, you know what I'm saying, so I talked to everybody already the day before, so I ain't had to do a whole lot of talking the next day. It's like, hey, we about to take you. I said, all right, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So then, you know, got a chance to get, you know what I'm saying, get drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs, man. And then came out for rookie minicamp, and then kind of coming back out, man. It was a great experience, man. I really enjoyed it. Being in the Kansas City area, I'm always there all the time. My daughter stays there. She played basketball and flag football and all that stuff. So she was all state this year in basketball.
That's big time.
State last year in 300 hurdles. So I'm always say she got her genes from me, right? But I don't know. But you know what I'm saying, it's great. You know what I'm saying, to have somebody, you know what I'm saying, who carry on a legacy and making an impact. And being able to see her do it, you know what I'm saying, on a weekly basis or a monthly basis or whatever when I'm there, is very exciting just to, you know what I'm saying, see her smile.
Now, hold on, Chuck. Sammy said, I was fast, but I'm still fast. Now, you say your daughter can run. Now, can daddy get her?
That's easy. That's easy.
I was about to get into that because it looked like you can still run a 4.4.
I don't know
I ain't
about
gonna hold
that,
you.
but we
I was
He's
still move a little
he
bit.
trying to wait a minute, Chuck. Is he trying to Cat William us out here?
Nah, I ain't gonna
oh,
do that. I ain't gonna do that. Cat
We're
out
gonna have to get you on the track, Sammy. What's up?
and give you cat speed, but you know what I'm saying? Nah, we can still run though a little bit, man. Just if you give me a little bit of training time, I'll definitely you know what I'm saying, line up and pull up on anybody, man. And so it was crazy. I did a couple internships, man. I remember when we drafted Tyreek, I was ready to race him. And the receiver coach was like, Sammy, don't do it. You gonna blow a head gasket and everything else, man. Don't do it. That boy can really run. He's like, you can run. He's like, but he can run. Like he different. Don't. That's like a scat pack time too. Don't stall that one out, man. Just stay in your little V8 over there. That Hellcat, you know what I'm saying? SRT. It's different over there, man. Stay in your lane.
Okay, country. Sammy was talking like he was about to be Michael Vick off the Atlanta episode. You remember Michael Vick was used to race everybody outside the club?
Hey, I was ready, man. At least I thought I was, until the coach tapped me on my shoulder, like, give me a Dikembe Mutombo. Like, no. But nah, man, it was, you know what I'm saying? I still definitely think I got a little bit of juice, man. And, you know, it's always exciting, man, to, you know what I'm saying, be around the guys and see, you know what I'm saying, the hard work that they're putting in and things of that nature.
So
what's the difference between being fast and then being fast on the field?
Man, being fast on the field is different, right? I mean, you can see, I mean, you got cats like, you know what I'm saying, the great DeAnthony Thomas, who was electric on the field, right? You know what I'm saying? It was definitely different. And then when you see him run that 40, you was like, that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You thought you were going to get like a 4.1 out of him. And he came out there and ran like 4.5. People was like, that's it. But when he get that ball in his hand, you know what I'm saying, to change the direction and, you know what I'm saying, 0 to 100 real quick, you know what I'm saying, is really different. So you got, you know what I'm saying, Dante Hall, you know what I'm saying, is one of those guys, you know what I'm saying, when he catch the ball or, you know what I'm saying, touch the ball, like he gets 0 to 100 real quick. Some people it takes, you know what I'm saying, a little bit to get going. And then some people that get going right away, but then they hit that speed right away. They don't, you know what I'm saying, they don't take it to the next level. They're already there and it's, you know what I'm saying, plateaued already. So, but you got some, you know what I'm saying, people that, you know what I'm saying, can change the direction and get going real quick. And then you got some people that once they get going, they ain't no stopping.
Yeah. So I want to ask you about your rookie year at the Chiefs because you was in the room with a lot of great weapons on that offense, man. I mean, you was in the room with Priest and LJ and T. Rich, Dante Hall, Tony Gonzalez, and Eddie Kinnison, Jason Dunn. Shout out Jason Dunn, friend of the show. One of the best. Yep, one of the best blocking tight ends we've seen. Dante. So, like, what was it like being in that room, man, with all those guys?
It was definitely different, man, for me. You know what I'm saying, getting there and them the guys that know who I was, and you know what I'm saying, and to be like, man, we, you know what I'm saying, definitely look forward to you making an impact and things of that nature, man. It was huge, man. And so just, you know what I'm saying, being able to learn the process. And then once I got a chance to, you know what I'm saying, get my feet wet, man, it was great, man. I, you know, got banged up a little bit early on, pulled my hamstring, you know what I'm saying, kind of got behind the 8-ball coming out of training camp. But once I got rolling, it was on and cracking from there, right? Got a chance to play. You know, my first game we played in preseason. We played the Giants. Walked in to see Michael Strahan. I was like, man, he big. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But then, you know what I'm saying, being able to play against Michael Strahan, and then, you know, later on down the line, I played like the final 4 games of the season. Was able to make, I think I scored 1-2 touchdowns, caught my first pass against the, you know what I'm saying, against the Broncos, scored my first touchdown in the same game, like a 45-yarder. And then, you know what I'm saying, from that point moving forward, man, I was like, man, the sky's the limit, right? So I got a chance to make those plays and, you know what I'm saying, for people to believe in me. And then, you know, later on, like I probably like a year or 2 later, seeing Dick Vermeil, well, it's 3 years actually, 3 years later, seeing Dick Vermeil, he still remember the first play that I scored my first touchdown on, and be like, hey, you scored your first touchdown on this play, and able to call the exact same play out that I scored on, man, it was huge. You know what I'm saying? For, you know what I'm saying, him now being in the Hall of Fame, like I think I was talking to somebody the other day, like it was like 5 guys that I played with in Kansas City that are now in the Hall of Fame. Dick Vermeil being, you know what I'm saying, the coach, gave me an invite to come to the, you know what I'm saying, to the ceremony, but obviously being here and coaching, and then Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Willie Roaf, Will Shields. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't realize how much greatness I was around at the time. But you know what I'm saying, it was really great, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, be around, you know what I'm saying, a group of people that, you know what I'm saying, really made an impact on the game. And it made an impact on me, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, I think I took it for granted, probably just looking, you know what I'm saying, and seeing those guys work ethic. Tamba Ali, you know what I'm saying, just got, you know what I'm saying, inducted to the Chiefs Hall of Fame. Like,
Yeah.
it was crazy, like, you know what I'm saying, to see him work. Like, when you see him, like, in the morning, like, you know what I'm saying, before practice, he already sweating more in, you know what I'm saying, pre-practice than he did probably during practice. Like, he was dripping sweat like crazy. Like, he would go out there and work out for like 30, 40 minutes before practice even start, you know what I'm saying, dressing sweat. And at the end of the day, like, you could see all that stuff paid off, right? And you know, so for cats, you know what I'm saying, who are watching, or you know what I'm saying, tuning in, you know what I'm saying, younger generation, man, definitely, you know what I'm saying, it's definitely good to put in that extra work, whether it's catching balls, working hand movement, feet movement, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you protect your craft, man. Playing basketball, putting up extra shots. You know what I'm saying? You got to do more than the next person, right? Because if you're doing just the same thing that everybody else is doing, you're gonna be, you know what I'm saying, exactly where you're at. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you put in a little bit more, I mean, you look at Kobe, you know what I'm saying, the extra work that he put in. If he had a bad game, he stayed, you know what I'm saying, in the gym for an extra 2 hours, you know what I'm saying, putting up shots, you know what I'm saying, people, you know what I'm saying, of that nature, you know what I'm saying, who made a huge impact on the game, you know what I'm saying, you can see, you know what I'm saying, that their legacy, they made, you know what I'm saying, strides, and, you know what I'm saying, doing extra work. It wasn't just, you know what I'm saying, just what everybody else was doing. They did a little bit more.
It's like, look, you see that poster behind me? The beam. Not you, Sam, but you got one too? You got one too? All right,
no.
bet.
No, I just got me over here.
Oh, okay. All right, so real quick, you brought up the fact that you said you took things for granted when you was in the league. So I mean, is that one of the reasons why it essentially just ended up just being a short career in the NFL? You think, or was something else?
I would say, like, I put in the work, but then I just, like, I think I had, my goal was to make it to the NFL, right? And it wasn't like, when I got there, it was like, okay, what's next? Like, do I want to make it to the Pro Bowl? Do I want to make it to, you know what I'm saying? They were just like, all right, I made it to the league. Like, I think, like, every year, there's need to be goals set. You know what I'm saying? For, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, in life, right? You know what I'm saying? People make vision boards every single year. You know what I'm saying? When I got to the league, I was like, this is what I set my mind to do, was to go to the league. So I'm here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I think I was, like, low key, like, content with being in the NFL. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't make my vision board for, you know what I'm saying, moving forward.
What I do when I got there.
Yeah, like, I think that was, like, probably the biggest thing, like, for me. Like, I knew I wanted to make an impact. I knew I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, get the ball. I knew I wanted to get touches. I knew I wanted to make an impact, but it was like, all right, it wasn't like, hey, I want to go to the Pro Bowl. Hey, I want to go, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, go to the Super Bowl was, you know what I'm saying, obviously a thing, but it was like, it wasn't like, I want to go to the Pro Bowl. I want to be, you know what I'm saying, not the number one receiver in the league. Like, it was just like, I'm in the league, right? So I would say, like, I would say probably that was the biggest thing for me, just being, making it to the league and not, you know what I'm saying, taking that next, you know what I'm saying, step, you know what I'm saying? So being able to have a goal, you know what I'm saying, or a vision, you know what I'm saying, of what you want to do, wherever it is in life, you know what I'm saying, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, playing sports, or, you know what I'm saying, your work environment, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, you definitely need to have a goal, you know what I'm saying, each and every year. Make that vision board, you know what I'm saying, write it out, draw it out, pictures, cutouts, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, to have that, you know what I'm saying, what's that next step for you? You know what I'm saying? Don't, you know what I'm saying, don't be content with where you at, right? If you want, you know what I'm saying, you're working at, you know, the Fortune 500 company, like, if you want to be the boss of that company, like, you know what I'm saying, you got to have that vision. You got to have that vision in your mind, because if you don't have that vision, like, how are you going to, you know what I'm saying, pink in the brain, how you going to take over the world if, you know what I'm saying, you ain't, you know what I'm saying, locked in to take over the world. You just, you know what I'm saying, you got to write it down, right? You know what I'm saying, you write it down, and you know what I'm saying, you got to, you know what I'm saying, something you can't erase. You know what I'm saying, now you can see it every single day.
So why do you feel like you just was content right there? Was it the people around you? Was it you? Or
yeah, I would say it was me, like, at the end of the day, because I mean, I control me, like, you know what I'm saying, and I would say, like my goal at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying, when I ever, you know what I'm saying, forever, was to play in the NFL. So now I'm playing in the NFL, like, that was my goal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, like, I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I would say, like, I didn't make that vision board for now what's next. Like, I would say, like, you know what I'm saying? I would say that would probably be the biggest thing for me.
Okay,
Okay.
so man, I gotta ask you. You had Dick Vermeil. How many times did he cry in your presence?
He cried multiple times, man. They played under Dick for 2 years, then I played
Her,
Herm Edwards
her?
for 2 years.
Yeah.
So
Darn.
got a little bit of both, man, and it was good, man, just to kind of be around multiple different people who are who made an impact in our game. But yeah, I definitely would say like it was on me. It wasn't on nobody else. Like I can't blame nobody else for what I did or didn't do. Like at the end of the day, like it was on me for to do what I had a chance to do. I did some things well. I took it to the next level? I think so. You know what I'm saying? I think I could have got, you know what I'm saying? I think I should have got more opportunities. But I was given, I think I took full advantage of those. But I think if I would give it more, just like everybody else, you know what I'm saying? If you're getting the ball thrown your way like Stephon Diggs or Jalen Jefferson or, you know what I'm saying, some of these other guys, you know what I'm saying, 10, 11, 12 times a game, like, you know what I'm saying, you had no choice but to be great. You know what I'm saying? But, obviously we had a lot of weapons. So trying to spread the ball around, giving it to Larry, you know what I'm saying, 35 times a game, and he did what he was supposed to do. Like, he's rushing for 203 touchdowns, like, you know what I'm saying, and I was a part of that, you know what I'm saying, blocking and things of that nature. But, at the same time, you know what I'm saying, be able to shine and, you know what I'm saying, scoring touchdowns and all those different things. I would say probably didn't take that next step. But, you know what I'm saying, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, when I got a chance to get my number called, I feel like I made a lot of plays, especially with playing with Trent Green. I think he was one of the quarterbacks that, you know what I'm saying, believed in me and gave me the opportunities. And every time you know what I'm saying, I made a lot of third down conversions for us, you know what I'm saying, being, you know what I'm saying, in Kansas City. And, you know what I'm saying, when I got the chance to make plays, I did that.
Yeah. So I got a question for you. So Country just asked you about Dick Vermeil. So what was it like being around Herm Edwards?
It was definitely different, man. Just you know what I'm saying, being able to be around Herm. For me, it was like one of the cats. Like I said, our high school was, you know what I'm saying, elite. So one of the guys that I looked up to, Kenyon Rambo, played for Dick. Not played for Dick, but played for Herm Edwards with the Jets. So I was like, man, okay, like, you know what I'm saying, just trying to get the vibe of him and things of that nature. And then, talking to other people around, just trying to fill it out. It was definitely different, just a different vibe. But, for the most part, it was a good, good individual, he took care of our, took care of the players. Like we didn't have like long drawn out practices. So we, we got to the point and got out of there. Right. So he took care of our bodies and he just kept us fresh. Got a chance to make a playoff run, and it was crazy because I would say like when it was with Vermeil, I would say like we went like 10-6 and like it didn't go to the playoffs. That was crazy. It was like, how do you go 10-6 and not make it to the playoffs? Right.
Yeah.
I think we went to the playoffs with Herm. We were like 9-7 or something like that. And it was like, that was the first year that Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl. It was that we lost to him in Indy. You know, saying he ended up turning to going to win the championship, win the Super Bowl, but it was like crazy because, Herm told us like we need to score a certain amount of points to win the game. And he like told us the number that we needed. He like, and I think when I look at it, I think it was like it would have been like 2 more points than what they initially scored at the end of the game. It was like, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you knew we needed to score that many points? Like, you know what I'm saying, to win the game. But, you know what I'm saying, we came up a little bit short. And then, you know what I'm saying, Peyton went on to win it. And unfortunately, I think that was like the second time they had lost to Peyton Manning because they lost to him the year before I got drafted when they went 13-3.
Yeah.
They had an arrowhead out, you know what I'm saying, punt game, and they was, you know what I'm saying, running up and down the field, right? You know what I'm saying, shooting it out, getting it in. But, being able to, you know what I'm saying, be a part of, you know what I'm saying, 2 different coaches, eras, and to make an impact, man, it was good. Obviously, it's 2 different, that type of philosophies. You know what I'm saying? I think Dick Vermeil was more, you know what I'm saying, kind of that greatest show on turf where he came from when he's in St. Louis, you know what I'm saying, kind of spreading the ball around, getting everybody touches. And then Herm was a little bit more ground and pound, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to run the rock, right? And so that's
Play
Larry
defense.
pretty
Yeah.
much had, you know what I'm saying, a million carries, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Larry had like 400 carries that year, didn't
Golly,
he?
dog.
Yeah,
You,
you know what I'm
you talking
saying?
about a workhorse for
Yeah.
real.
So on that point, do you feel like that maybe you came in at the wrong era?
Nah, I mean, I came in when I came in, man. I can't be upset. You know what I'm saying about the opportunity I was given, man. Like I said, that was what I wanted to do for life. You know what I'm saying, and I got a chance to do it, so I'm not upset at all. You know what I'm saying, I'm not bitter, none of that stuff. So it's good, man. You know what I'm saying, I'm where I'm at now, and coaching. You know what I'm saying, coaching the game and trying to make sure. You know what I'm saying, I pour into these young men and give them exactly what they need to be successful. And I tell them about stories about, you know what I'm saying, opportunities. Like it's you know what I'm saying, slamming, you know what I'm saying, slamming in between, right? So if you don't take advantage, like you're gonna be here today, going tomorrow, right? Like I've seen people like literally like in the locker next to me, like I've seen 17 different people sit right here. You know what I'm saying? Every single week it was a different body sitting here. Right. And I'm telling them, like, if you know what I'm saying, I'm like letting them know, like, if you don't practice consistently and make plays, like you can be that guy that was here today and going tomorrow, you know. So, you know what I'm saying? And they don't think it's, you know what I'm saying, a thing, but I'm like you can go to the, you know what I'm saying, the transaction report and you will see such and such cut, such and such, such and
Every
such,
day.
like that same position, you know what I'm saying, every single week, right? And I'm trying to make sure they understand, like, this is a real business. Like, if it's production based business, if you ain't producing for us or giving us what we need, like, we will find somebody else to do it for us. Right? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, just trying to pour into those guys to understand and get their mind to understand what exactly it is.
So you believe in that practice how you play?
Yeah, for sure, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like if we're going through, you know what I'm saying, I need to see this on a daily basis. Because if I don't, then how am I going to know? Like, oh yeah, coach, just throw it to him. I'm gonna make it in the game. I haven't seen that in practice. Why am I going to do it in the game?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But now, if you do it in that practice, and I didn't seen it for 3, 4, 5 weeks, now I'm like, hey, he gonna get that done for me. You know what I'm saying? And now maybe, you know what I'm saying, down the line later on, I'd be like, hey, he need a couple of days off or he's banged up a little bit. Like, but we know he gonna make those plays for us on Saturday. Like, okay, let's take care of him. You know what I'm saying? Give him a couple, you know what I'm saying, give him those certain reps that we need, make sure that timing's, you know what I'm saying, on the right, you know what I'm saying, on the right measure with the quarterback, and then get back, you know what I'm saying, hey, take him out, you know what I'm saying, the things of that nature, just make sure our guys are prepared.
Yeah. So now after your playing days is over with, the NFL's done with, found your calling in the coaching now. So I just want to get to this question in the chat. So who helped or inspired you to get into coaching?
Man, it was rough, man, for me. It took me a while to get to that point and get into coaching. I've obviously wanted to play forever, man. I thought I was gonna play for 20 years. You couldn't tell me, Sam, you're gonna be playing 4 years and you're gonna be done. I would have said you're lying. You know what I'm saying? I would have bet the house on it, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like I was good enough to play at any level with any of the guys I've been to, any of the places I've been. I was like, man, like I felt like I'm a, you know what I'm saying, one of the top 3 guys, no matter where it was at. It was in Kansas City, whether it's in, I went to Oakland, I went to Denver, I went to Seattle. Like I was like, man, I deserve to play, right, and get this opportunity. Things came up short, but I would say I forgot even where I was going with this. What was the question again? Oh, coaching. So then, like, I came back to KC, and then just kind of being around and still just working out and training because I wanted to give myself another opportunity if somebody called. And then, man, just, you know what I'm saying, people would ask me like, hey, can you train my son? Can you know what I'm saying, work with my kid? And I was always like, nah, I'm not a, you know what I mean, I'm not a coach. And then I finally got into it, and then, you know what I'm saying, seeing those guys make, you know what I'm saying, the plays and going through those drills, and then seeing them like put that drill that we worked into, you know what I'm saying, into real live game situations to make those plays. I was like, man, that was dope. Like, you know what I'm saying, them guys, you know what I'm saying, taking that step and, you know what I'm saying, making it count was huge for me. And then, you know what I'm saying, kind of started 7-on-7, you know what I'm saying, company out there, man, and guys started to come in. Say that again.
I said Empire.
Yes, sir. Right. So we had that going, man. And we, you know what I'm saying, I would say we probably produced over probably 50, 60 kids who are now in college. you know what I'm saying, making an impact, you know what I'm saying, on somebody's football field right now, whether it's, from the Power 5 level to the G5 level to the FCS level to the Division 2 to the NAIA, right? It's opportunities, right? You know what I'm saying? It's from free school to, paying a little bit to, paying a little bit more. But at the end of the day, like, these guys are still chasing their dreams, and, getting opportunities, right? And I think that's kind of the biggest thing for me. Just to kind of see guys that, I had a chance to make an impact on, man, still, doing what they love to do, and that's play football and go to school for free.
Yeah. How about them guys over there? You work with OJ over there. I know you work with OJ Simpson over there.
Yeah. So my guy OJ, he's pretty much taking over for me, and pretty much running that. And
the other OJ Simpson.
Yeah, not that one. he took the ball like that one though. My gosh, my guy OJ.
He's a good dude, man. We supposed to lock in with him. We just waiting. His schedule. He's busy, man.
Yeah.
He
had Blue Spring South, man. And he's been a part of it, and you know what I'm saying. He's like, coach, like, Sam, you going too hard right now. Like, and I'm like, no, I'm not, bro. Like, this is how it's supposed to be. Like, they supposed to be doing it correctly. And now, like, he calls me, I'm like, bro, like, I'm acting like you right now. And I'm like, okay, now the roles have shifted. Like, now you see going through when I used to be trying to get these guys right. Like, you teaching them and showing them the right way, and they doing the opposite. And you be like, bro, and then they tell you they're supposed to do it this way. And you be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like you want to get them and shake them just a little bit. Like, hey, all right. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it's good, man. He definitely, you know what I'm saying, is making an impact now, and kind of taking where I left off at, man. And shout out to my guy, OJ, man. He, you know what I'm saying, making an impact, and raising our youth in the community in Kansas City, man, and giving those guys the opportunity. I just seen one of the kids that we have been working with just got an offer today, man. And like I said, man, it's gonna be huge, man, especially like in the next, you know what I'm saying, coming year, like the next year, 2, 3, like guys that played and was under the Empire umbrella. Like, we even got one that's, you know what I'm saying, in the draft process now. He didn't get drafted, but he's trying to get a, you know what I'm saying, a camp invite, or, you know what I'm saying, a free agent deal right now, man. Hopefully everything shakes out for him and give him a chance, you know what I'm saying, to do what he wants, you know what I'm saying, he want to do and chase his dream. I know I believe he signed a CFL deal like earlier this year, but he want to play in the NFL. So trying to get that, you know what I'm saying, taken care of. Hopefully, you know, somebody give him a call. But I know next year, like, we will for sure have 2 cats that's going to be drafted for sure next year. You know what I'm saying? Out of the organization, man. So that's going to be huge, man.
So now with coaching, do you have a vision board for your coaching?
Do I have a vision board for my coaching?
Yeah, because you said you didn't have it as a player.
I did.
So did you learn? And do you have one now of where you want to go to?
I don't, but I have a vision mentally, but I didn't put it on paper.
Okay.
I got to do that.
You didn't have to put it on the physical board.
I do, but that makes me, like, when you have it on physical paper, like, that's different. Like, when you have it on paper, like, you can't say, yeah, I'm gonna do that next year. No, like, it's on paper that you want to do it right now. Right. So that's the thing, like, you know what I'm saying, people, like, you know what I'm saying, mentally, you know what I'm saying, say, it's like writing it with a pencil, right? You can erase that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Visually, you know what I'm saying, visually put that on your wall, you know what I'm saying, every single day you get to see that. That was what I was when I was in college. Like, I had that in my locker, like, hey, like, I want to have 50 plus catches for, you know what I'm saying, 1,000 yards, this many touchdowns. I want to have it, you know what I'm saying, this, and this. I want to make an impact in the run. Like, all that stuff was on a piece of paper that I had in my locker. So when I got dressed every single day, I could see that. So now that I said it, and now you just reminded me, like, I need to make that and put that in my locker so I can have, you know what I'm saying, every single day, you know what I'm saying, to make the impact on the field and, you know what I'm saying, chase whatever dream that is for me. Definitely want to, you know what I'm saying, now be a head coach at some point. You know what I'm saying, it was huge, man, just to kind of be around the people I've been around. And see the way they run their programs, and I was like, man, this is doable, right? It went from just being a receiver coach to an offensive coordinator. I'm like, man, I'll be a coordinator. Now I'm like, man, I think I can run the whole program, like, you know what I'm saying. So that's kind of the next step for me. You know what I'm saying, is trying to figure out if I can do that, and, you know what I'm saying, when is that going to take place? So that's one of the next steps, and, you know what I'm saying, for me, I would definitely want to coach in the NFL. That's that would be a huge
That's
accomplishment
for sure.
for me. Just to be able to, coach at that level. Obviously, got a chance to do a couple of internships, like I said, with the Chiefs, and work with those guys, and see them on a daily basis, see what goes on behind closed doors, and taking notes and all that different stuff. Like I said, being able to work with Tyreek Hill and all those cats and kind of see the process of guys like that. Right, like he was he's a one of a kind kid. Like he was a running back. Now playing receiver, but he knows that he hasn't honed in on the craft like to be a receiver, but he's still putting forth the effort and the energy like he's a day one, rookie. If he messed something up, he's like, hold on, like let me hold on, wait, let me do it again. He's putting forth that effort. That's why he's one of the top receivers in the league, because he he has that mindset and want to be great. And I think I think I heard like the other day, like he talked about when he got jammed by Sneed to the ground. He was like, bro, like came up to him was like, hey, bro, what, like we paying you all this money to get jammed like this? Like, So now, like, I gotta have that same mindset. Like, I gotta prepare my guys, to get that chance, to make it to the next level. And that's what I'm trying to do. We had a cat from our school. This got he got an undrafted free agent deal to go to the Falcons, and I do the pro liaison stuff. So just being able to communicate with him, get him in the different all-star games, communicate with NFL personnel guys to try to help him. And then now, like, kind of coming up next year, like I'll have a couple receivers who gonna have opportunities. But I just got to make sure I prepare them mentally and physically, so when they get that chance, they're ready to go, like Luke McCaffrey.
All right, so I got another question in the chat I want to bring up here. So, like, we see these two guys, KT and Scott, they won Super Bowls, they've been a part of championship teams, they contributed.
Say that again. I'm sorry, reading the comments down here. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, saying with KT and Scott, they've been Super Bowl champions. They've had big moments in their career so far where they were key parts of that success, and they've been going through like bumps in the road and stuff. So, like, what advice would you give them to like kind of stay the course? Just to make sure they still continue to be around for the success and improve their careers moving forward.
KT, obviously being being from the state of Alabama, and our head coach is from there, and some other guys from here, are from that area, man. I think for him to just be able to lock in mentally. He has his skill set is crazy. Like he has tremendous upside. And he was kind of growing up, he was a quarterback. He never, when he went to Florida, he was a quarterback. He just started playing receiver when he got to Florida. But I would say more or less mentally, just getting him locked in and make sure he on the right page. Sky, obviously he has a bunch of stuff that he can work on as well. And I think just kind of for the Chiefs in general, like working at hand-eye coordination, just I think we led the league in drops last year. At some point, like we made them count when they needed to be counted. But why we got to put ourselves in that stressful situation and being at the top of the topic of discussion when we got an elite quarterback and you're gonna get the ball thrown to you. You got to make sure we locked in and ready to go.
Okay, so speaking of the wide receiver core, we done drafted two receivers now.
Not this year.
We
got the one.
The past 2 years. I'm talking past years.
Okay.
I don't think I said that right. But yeah, the year before, Rashee Rice, he contributed well. He won a Super Bowl. He had a great solid rookie year. We know his situation, but we're not gonna talk about that. We drafted Xavier Worthy out of Texas, the rookie. What you think about the young bull Xavier Worthy coming to the Chiefs, and what you think about his skill set?
We're about to go, man. You already know he's from California, man. This is what we do. We make plays. We run fast. Man. I definitely look forward to having Xavier Worthy in the system, man. I think he's going to be a huge asset for us. He gives me some big play vibes. He definitely kind of remind me of this doing some stuff that Deshaun Jackson did in the Andy Reid system. So I see a lot of big plays coming down the field. Big shots, play action. Taking a shot and let Pat show off his arm, as the Kansas City Kingdom would love to see, right? They would love to see those deep shots, but at the same time, like he's gonna have to make some some tough intermediate short game plays for us as well. Hopefully everything goes on, happens, in the right process, for Rashee, right? Rice, getting back on the field. But at the same time, man, obviously, doing what he was doing is obviously a danger, to the society, And you know, it's unfortunate. But man, you know, whatever that happens with that process, man, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, it goes through and he learns from it, man, and everybody else learns from it. And it's not just about him learning from it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we had the, you know what I'm saying, the fatality and freaking Las Vegas with the other guy, and in this situation, like, man, this is two situations like too close, you know what I'm saying, for guys, you know what I'm saying, who are in situations to be, you know what I'm saying, put themselves on, you know what I'm saying, on a higher pedestal, man. People are definitely looking up, you know what I'm saying, looking at you and following your footsteps, man. So just make sure we lead, you know what I'm saying, by example, and you know what I'm saying, don't really do any bonehead, you know, have any bonehead mistakes, you know what I'm saying, to put other people in danger.
So Worthy come in and he's like 160 right now. Now,
172.
What weight did you play at?
172.
172? That's what you need to go to?
That's where he at now. That's what I think.
You think?
The combine thing, 172. But
So
yeah,
what do you think? What do you think is the ideal playing weight? Like what would he need to bulk up to and then not sacrifice his speed for the muscle? You know what I'm saying?
I would say just being around that 175, 178 area. I think, if y'all go back and look at Deshaun Jackson, like he was around that same ballpark, 175, 169. Like he wasn't heavy, right? But you know what I'm saying, he got hurt a couple times. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy. I actually just talked to him today. But you know what I'm saying, he was making a lot of plays out there. And you know what I'm saying, and he flourished in that system with Andy Reid, right? Taking the top off the defense. And I think, you know what I'm saying, obviously we're seeing that, you know what I'm saying, that Andy Reid loves speed, right? Because obviously he brought John Ross in, who's actually from Long Beach as well, right? So speed runs in the city, right? So we got, you know what I'm saying, he brought it, you know what I'm saying, some fast guys in, obviously, because he definitely want to take the top off like hot sauce.
Yep. So yeah, man. Holla at Jackpot for us, man. Get him on the show for us, dog. We love to chop it up with him.
I hear you bragging on California. You think y'all one of the best football states? Texas, Florida, Georgia?
We line it up with anybody every single time, man. And if you see, like, we can go back. Georgia just played a Georgia team, just played a California team. They lost by 35 points. Like, you know what I'm saying? The numbers don't lie, man. Just line it up. We knock them down, man. Everybody else, they get the recruited, man. Stop complaining. Everybody recruiting all over the country, man. However y'all want to do it. Y'all take our top 3, we take our top 3, top 5, how y'all want it, man. We give it to you. Like 2.
That's aggressive.
You sound like you want that smoke, don't you?
Always, man. Always. This is everywhere I go, man. From when I was at Washington State, when I was at Rice in Houston, Texas, like, oh man, Texas this, Texas that. Mater Day goes out there and drags Duncanville, right? Like drags them, like, you know what I'm saying, beat them by 40. Like, you know what I'm saying? What are we talking about right now? Recruit. So Duncanville ain't recruiting? Okay. Like, keep rolling. Like, what's next? Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't stop playing.
How do you he asked a question in the comment. I don't know if this is the question. How hard is it not to over promote one of your players so you don't lose credibility with teams in the future? Now, I'm thinking, like, how long do you exhaust?
That is huge. Whoever said
go ahead.
Man. You know, there are, like, you know, I've been to schools, man, and people like, hey, you should not leave this building without offering this kid. And I'm looking like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, hey, coach, this kid is really good. He does X, Y, and Z for us. I think he'll be a great asset to your team. Please take a hard look at him. I think he can help you guys win ball games. You know what I'm saying? And sell him. But at some point, like some people are like standing on the table. Like, you can stand on the table for your kids, but at the end of the day, like, if that kid ain't good, or if you telling me, like, if I walk up this building, I don't offer this kid, and it's gonna be it's happened, right? You know what I'm saying? The people tell me if I don't offer this kid, you know, I'm this, I'm that, and I've heard other coaches, you know what I'm saying? People tell other coaches the same thing, and then they walk out there, and I didn't offer him. Neither did the 165 other schools that are Division I didn't offer him either. So I guess everybody dumb as hell, right? So at some point, like, you got to be real with yourself, like, man. Like, hey, coach, I think this kid is, you know what I'm saying, a guy for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Please take a, you know what I'm saying, a hard look at this guy. But then like people don't want to come to camp. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if this kid is so good, all right, well, come to camp and make sure you showcase, you know what I'm saying, what you can do. But they don't want to come to our camp because our camp is too small for them. Right. But then they calling us at the end of the day when, you know what I'm saying, they going to every camp but ours. They going to Alabama, they going to Auburn, they going to Oregon, they going to Florida, they going to Georgia. You're not a Georgia, like, is this kid a Georgia kid? No, he's not a Georgia kid. You know what I'm saying? Is this kid an Alabama kid? No, he's not an Alabama kid. Like, y'all got to know y'all lane, like where y'all need to be at. Like, obviously, you know what I'm saying, y'all think y'all, you know what I'm saying, everybody like feel like, you know what I'm saying, their kids are, you know what I'm saying, they're players as a coach and parents. Like, at some point, like, y'all got to be real with yourself. Go and look at some of those top 300, you know what I'm saying, kids, or, you know what I'm saying, and look at their highlight reel and turn around and look at your highlight reel. As somebody at that same position, is it adding up? Are you making those same plays that they're making? Right? Obviously, Kansas City and some of these different areas in Iowa and some of the Midwest, like, you're not going to get that same attention like California, Florida, Texas, Georgia is getting. You know what I'm saying? You might have some, you know what I'm saying, to be able to compete against those guys. You know what I'm saying? You might do some of the same similar things, but you know what I'm saying? You're playing against a different talent pool right now. Let's go over there and let's see when we go to camp season, are you going to make those same plays? Right? Because if you're doing it when you go there, somebody going to throw you that, oh, you know what I'm saying? If you're doing it the right way, but if you're not, you know what I'm saying, that ain't going to happen. But then, too, a lot of people get gun shy when, you know what I'm saying, when it's live bullets going out there. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, people standing at the back of the line, they see somebody didn't go 4 times and their son ain't win check. It's a reason why he ain't go. He tucking his tail. He's scared, right? So he got to get up in there and get it. He got to get out there and get it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, that's one of the biggest things, man. Please take your reps, man. Get up there, be aggressive, you know what I'm saying, and show coaches that this is what you want. Because if that's what you want, you're going to go up there and you know you're the best, you know what I'm saying, mentally, that's the biggest thing, you know what I'm saying, having that mental confidence, you know what I'm saying, to go out there and perform wherever stage it's on, you know what I'm saying, to be able to get out there and show up and show out. Because if you don't, you know what I'm saying, then the coach is going to be like, all right, you went one time, how am I supposed to throw you an offer or say you going to come to me and say you the best thing going, but you only went one time? Versus, you know what I'm saying, probably the weakest guy out there. Hey, who the best kid out here? Oh, that's the best receiver? Okay, I'm gonna jump up there. That was like Jack Jones. You know what I'm saying? When I was in high school, when I was coaching in high school, he was standing on the side. He was standing halfway on the field. And he'd be like, who that is? Oh, that's him? He got 5 offers? I need that. Watch out. Push everybody off the field. That I need. You know what I'm saying? And that was why he is what he is. Because he wanted it. And he said, who was that? That's who? He got what? Okay, I need that. Hey, he pushing people out the way. Like, no, bro, I got this one. And it showed up, you know what I'm saying, because he ended up going to USC out of high school, you know what I'm saying, then he ended up transferring to Arizona State, and it was so crazy. Like Jack Jones played for Antonio Pearson High School. Then he turned around and played, you know what I'm saying, transferred and played for him in college. Now he's playing for him in the NFL. So he done played for him 3 different times. So like when he got a chance, when the Patriots released him, he grabbed him because he already know what he can do. He know his mindset. Like, hey, you one of them ones. Like, come on, bro. Like, I already know what you're gonna do. Like, you ain't intimidated, but by these stripes, these all-stars, these Pro Bowls, you ain't intimidated by none of that. Come on, let's get this money. You know what I'm saying? And he came over there and he did what he did. Standing, you know what I'm saying? As they say, stand on business.
Yes, sir.
Have you had a guy change your mind, and have you had a guy break your heart?
Say that one more time. What do you mean?
So have you had a guy that you thought a certain way, and then it's like, oh, okay, I wasn't familiar with your game, and they changed your mind? And then have you had a guy that you thought was gonna be it, and they broke your heart?
I would say, yes and no. Like I had personally, like I know like some kids, and like when they went places, they didn't show their ass like I thought they was gonna do, and what was going on. But it was stage fright. But the next time they got that time, you know what I'm saying, the next year, they were still a baby at the time. They were like 8th, 9th grade. No, they were like 9th, 10th grade. But now, like the next time they got a chance, they went and did their stuff. Now they, you know what I'm saying, now they got 8, 9, 10 offers. So now like this is what we've been supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, man, I knew he had it in him. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's a lot of this stuff is mental, right? If you don't have the mental capacity to say, I'm the best, or I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna win my one-on-one battle, or I'm him, right? As they would say nowadays, I'm him. Like, if you don't have that confidence, like, you know what I'm saying? Why are you getting out here? Like, if you like halfway, like, dang, I don't know if I'm ready for this. You're gonna get out there and that's the way you're gonna go. You're gonna be timid, right? But if you go out there with that confident, like, you know what I'm saying, as Drew Lock would do, you know what I'm saying? Do one of those.
With the backpack on.
You know what I'm saying? You know what time it is. It's going down. Like, hey, I'm here for business. You know what I'm saying? It's on. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So you basically got to fake it till you make it.
I mean, it ain't faking it. If you got it, you got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but you got to believe that you got it up here. Like,
yeah,
even
I mean,
if
a lot of stuff is mental, you know what I'm saying? It's all mental, right? Like, I mean, in life is mental. You know what I'm saying? If you like, dang, she bad over there. I don't know if I'm in her league. You'll go shoot your shot, then you ain't gonna get her. But you know what I'm saying? You go over there, hey, baby, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Hey, my name, ooh, ooh, you know what I'm saying? You look cute. You know what I'm saying? You do your thing. She gonna be like, shit, he came and did his stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then sometimes you be looking, you be like, bro, how he get hurt? I'm sure y'all have been someplace where y'all look over.
no.
The gift of God,
He
man.
got that one, and this ain't. He must have got money. He probably really just went and shot his shot. Like, you know what I'm saying? However he shot it. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Taking her, you know what I'm saying, to do some math problems, or, you know what I'm saying, being Picasso. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing.
Yep, that's called having the gift of gab. You know what I'm saying?
But if you don't got the gift of gab on that field, then why, you know what I'm saying? Why am I gonna give you an offer?
Well,
yeah,
how long does it
that's
take for your physical skills to match your swag? Because you can't have physical skills and then your swag be way up here, King.
I mean, yeah, no. Sometimes you can. You know what I'm saying? Because some people that they mentally there, but they not physically there. You know what I'm saying? They just don't have the tools. Some people, like, they got the mouthpiece, you know what I'm saying, and they got, you know what I'm saying, the confidence, but they just ain't quite got it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But then that's now what the transfer portal is for, right? Hey,
Right,
you don't got it now, but you know what I'm saying, go over here to this school over here and do you for a year or 2 or 3. Now pop out, you're like, hey, I'm ready now. What's up? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Yep, absolutely.
Like Jared Verse, like, you know what I'm saying, he just got drafted in the first round. He was at, you know what I'm saying, Albany. You know what I'm saying? They said he was small. He only had one offer. He was at Albany. You know what I'm saying? COVID hit. He went out and did his stuff the next year. Then all of a sudden he go to Florida State. Now he a first round pick. You know what I'm saying?
Should have been a chief.
Hey, Sam, don't listen to it, dog.
It's people out there that, you know what I'm saying, that they just ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? They just ain't hit that growth spur. They ain't got, you know what I'm saying? They ain't even hit that. They haven't hit puberty yet. You know what I'm saying? I guess you could say. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now they hit puberty. Now they ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So, Sammy, man, don't listen to country because, look, country's goal every year is to have at least one Florida State guy on the team. And Jared Verse is a hell of a player. I mean, I would love to have him here too, but that's country's goal every year.
Fabian Lovett, baby. Fabian Lovett. He going to make the squad. And what? We had to take the long road, but we got there, though.
But Sammy, what you just described, man, it reminds me of the skit. I don't know if you heard of Thad Boy, but he does no skits to where he's a running backs coach, and he was all over the 5-star dude.
Oh yeah,
trying to get him to be great.
I love watching those. I be hoping he make those about my team sometime.
Exactly. And he be overlooking the 3-star dude that's outworking the 5-star dude. It'd be funny every time.
Hey man, but that's what it take though, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of times, like, when you look at, like, some of these stars and stuff is overrated nowadays, man. At the end of the day, like, those stars don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you get to college and once you get to the league, nobody care about stars, bro. Like, who making plays for me? You know what I'm saying? You can be a 5-star kid, right? At the end of the day, if you're in the right area and you know the right people, right? If I know y'all, right, y'all gonna pub my podcast. You know what I'm saying? My podcast might be sorry as hell, but y'all gonna pub, hey man, hey, this, you know what I'm saying, former Chiefs player, hey, tap in. This my shit done. But y'all gonna, you know what I'm saying, gas it just because, you know what I mean? Like, hey man, he a Chiefs player, check it out. You know what I'm saying? And y'all probably looking at the same thing, like, bro, this is not it. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna keep, you know what I'm saying, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, they get off the flow. You know what I'm saying? But now, like, the same thing for a player. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's guys that are 5-star kids, man, that have a lot of publicity, have a lot of following, but athletically, they just, you know what I'm saying, they ain't gifted. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gifted enough, or, you know what I'm saying, they was in a bad area and they didn't really get a lot of, you know what I'm saying, they didn't get rid of a lot of they got all the attention because they were who they were. They might have been that guy since, you know what I'm saying, for Pop Warner all the way up. So now it's like, you know what I'm saying, everybody's been following him. You know what I'm saying? Rather, you know what I'm saying, it's a kid out in Derby, you know what I'm saying, Derby, Kansas, people don't probably know about, you know what I'm saying, because Kansas City is bigger than Derby, right? Now all of a sudden, the kid from Derby making the same plays the kid from Kansas City make, but Kansas City is a bigger market, so everybody's like, hey, this kid in Kansas City is it. They like, the Derby kid is okay. But then when, you know what I'm saying, now when they get a chance to get on that same stage, the Derby kid showing his tail, now they go like, shit, hey. That's him. You know, man, shout out to my guy from Derby who about to go turn up next year, man. He just went to K-State, man, left prime, man, and he about to go to K-State and do his stuff.
Oh, you talking about Dylan Edwards?
I don't know no names, man, but
no names. We ain't saying no names.
All right. I mean, you say he left prime, you know, he went to K-State. I mean, that's gotta be him.
That means nice, though. Look, that means Chuck keeping his ear to the ground, Sam. That's what that means.
Yeah, he was one of the kids that came. He played with our 707 team as well, man. Like we were loaded. Like when I say loaded, like we was it. You know what I'm saying? It was the crazy part. We ain't win no championships, but we had so much talent. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Kids at Oklahoma, kids at Stanford, kids at now K-State, kids at Missouri. Like we was, you know what I'm saying? Northwest Missouri State, like we was loaded. Like when I say talent, like we was it.
You want to know what's crazy, man?
You had any experience with the NIL deals in college?
I mean, I don't deal with that part. That's out of my lane. I'm just, you know, that's for the head coach and, you know, in the NIL companies to deal with that stuff. NIL, but you know, that's. I mean, I think it's out of hand, to be honest with you. I wish, you know what I'm saying, like when they first came out with official, I wish they would have capped it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there are people out here like literally chasing money rather than, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, like is your goal to play NFL football or whether to get the most money you can get in college, right? You know what I'm saying? Some people are saying, hey, I'm gonna stay in college for another, you know what I'm saying, 2 years or another year. You know what I'm saying? Supposedly they're the guy at the school and possibly can go to the draft, but they know if they probably go to the league, they probably not gonna get drafted high, so they're gonna make that money. So they say, hey, I'm gonna stay in college for another year or two, and you know what I'm saying, get much money as I can, or I'm gonna transfer this year and go to this next school, and transfer this year and go to the next school, and I'm just gonna keep getting the bag while I can because you know what I'm saying, it's, you know what I mean, you got your Tebows, you know what I'm saying, who were, you know what I'm saying, all world in college, but when they got to the league, it was just like
it's much better. It's a little crazy, right? So who would the young Samie Parker wanted to? Who would the young Samie Parker been looking at?
If Tebow was getting NIL money, can y'all imagine what he would get? He would have been getting like 10 million, probably like something crazy, right?
Yeah, he would have been.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody loved what he did, and you know what I'm saying, his game was, you know what I'm saying, and he carried the team on his shoulders, and he had some real hitters with him, but you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, like he was a guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who would you have looked at NIL in college?
I would have been rich.
Oh man, you know what he did in college, man? Like this man was
what he did in college. Yeah. Wait a minute, bro. You went to Oregon. You went to Oregon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How many new uniforms did y'all get every week? Because y'all got like 89 uniforms.
Nah, so that was after me, unfortunately. Yeah. So like when I was there, like my last year, we ended up with 3. We had a white one, we had a green one, and we had like a highlighter yellow. That was like
he was before that.
We had one helmet, we had a green helmet, and then after that, like the next year, it just started rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And it was crazy. But nah, man, it was definitely dope, man. I really love, you know what I'm saying, Eugene, man. It showed me a different side of me, helped me open up, you know what I'm saying, being able to communicate with all walks of life. And you know, for me, it was big, man. I think it helped me grow as a person. And you know what I'm saying, I really, you know what I'm saying, enjoy it and still love, you know what I'm saying, the city and the state of Oregon.
Why you choose them?
Why I choose Oregon?
Mm-hmm.
Man, it was just a great environment, man. At the time, like they weren't even, you know what I'm saying, they weren't even nationally rated team at the time. You know what I'm saying, that was a team that believed in me and gave me an opportunity to, you know what I'm saying, take my my skill to the next level and play in college. They said, at the time I was, on the board if I was gonna make it or not. They were like, "Hey, are you gonna make it?" I was like, "Yeah." They were like, "All right, well, we standing by you." So they stood by my side, like, "Man, we're gonna take you regardless." So I, had to finish my classroom work because I was BSing. I was being a dumb jock, at first. I wouldn't even say that part. Like I was like being silly. My first 2 years, I didn't really play as much. Played a little bit. My second year, a little bit my third year, and I was just kind of going through the motions. But I took schools when I take something serious, like it's I'm gonna take it to the next level. And, there was times where people in my family was like, "Hey, I'm gonna give you $100 for getting a 3.0. I got a 3.0. Next semester I get a 2.0. They were like, "Why you get 2.0? Why you get 2.0?" I said, "Yeah, ain't offer me $100. If y'all offer me 100, I get 3.0 every fucking time." You know what I'm saying? Like,
you'd offer me 200, I'd have got a 4.0 out there.
you feel me? I need to give me an incentive. You know what I'm saying? If it was an incentive at the end of the, in the tunnel, I'm gonna go get it. And that's just kind of what it was, man. And so,
yeah, that's how my son is right now, bro.
but now, got it together, and made it and got a chance to go play at the University of Oregon. It was great, man. Great experience. Went traded for the world, man, and played with some really good guys. And my roommates, in college, we all ended up going to the league. It was crazy, man. It was a great experience, man, just to kind of watch, things unfold for us. And, the amount of talent that we had on our team was crazy. I feel like every year it was like, like 2 or 3 cats getting drafted. So it was dope, man, just to kind of see, that. And then, same thing that just happened this year. I think they got like 8 or 9 drafted. I think it was 1 or 2 in the first round. And then I think the 4th round, they hit like 4 or 5. And then, just kind of kept, snowballing. And, obviously I think I still want to, put an Oregon, flag on, an offensive lineman that we drafted from BYU. He was actually an Oregon commit. Well, actually not even commit. He was an Oregon player. So he was at Oregon playing before he transferred to BYU.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know if I see his moves. He could dance too, though. So him and Kelsey gonna have a little dance on.
I love Kingsley. I was one of my guys, man. I said we need this guy. This is our future left tackle. We got to draft this guy, and it happened.
Yeah, so we went and got 3 linemen, man. So obviously want to protect the franchise, man, and Pat, man, and obviously he does a lot of great stuff for us. But to keep that guy healthy and on his feet, man, is one of the biggest things that we need to do. And and when we give him time, man, he gonna do what he does, man. Get the ball to the right people and signing Kelsey to an extension. Shoot, man, you already know what it is, man. It's about to go up.
It's about to go
a
up.
raise, but yeah.
At 3.
But
so
Sammy,
one day, would you like to coach at Oregon?
You said what?
Would you be pleased to coach at Oregon one day?
I want to coach at Kansas City, man. I want to coach at the Chiefs.
Hey, I think I know a guy. But you want to be a wide receiver? Hey, look. Now I try to get Jeremy Macklin to be the wide receiver coach.
And I help out. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I'll be a side piece for a minute, man.
Side piece.
Do the dirty work, you know what I'm saying? Get it going.
I think, man, you should do that program. Don't they still doing the training camp?
Yeah, I did it twice. I did it twice before. Like I said, that was when I got a chance to work with Tyreek, right? So, dope, man, being able there. Him, Jeremy Macklin. Who else was there? DeAnthony Thomas, Conley. Like it was loaded then. Like it was great talent, in our room. And then being able to work with those guys, man, it was huge, man, just to kind of see where all those guys are at now, and the impact they made, man, it was huge. And it's kind of like I said, sit behind those doors on the end of a coach, to see what that thought process was like. So I think that was huge, just to be a part of that.
Yeah, that's definitely fire. Hey, man, this country does not know all you did at Oregon, dude. Like, you received All-American honors in track. You held
3-time All-American on the track.
Yeah, man.
All right, since I don't know everything you did at Oregon, man, talk your shit. Go ahead. What you do at Oregon,
Sam? Man, I don't want to be that guy, man. I don't like talking about myself.
No, man, be that guy.
It's always about everybody else, man. I really hate talking about me, man. And it's crazy because when we be in here with the recruits, my head coach get out there and start talking. He be throwing out all kind of stuff, and I'd be like, man, I'd be like, bro, I wasn't trying to say all that. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you gotta talk your shit, man.
Yeah, man. Because like,
sometimes,
look,
sometimes you got to pop it every now and then, man, because people don't really
Yeah.
understand. You know what I'm saying? They
Ain't
don't
nothing wrong with
believe
that.
it. You know what I'm
right?
saying?
Because
Man,
look,
I know you was nice in college, man. I don't care what he talking about.
no,
I know
because
you
look,
was.
no, because look, his NIL deal would have been crazy.
Yeah,
He would
yeah.
have had that back in the day.
I'm saying,
Yeah,
I can see him pulling up in a little Benz or something. You know what I'm saying? A little something,
Yeah.
little S5
little
baby,
baby bands.
a
Yeah.
little baby Benz. That nature.
Nah, I was the all-time leading receiver in Oregon history.
Mhm.
I had
Yep.
like three records. I think I got
Yep.
one still standing now.
You
Them
said
guys,
all time. That means forever.
Yep.
yeah.
Forever, ever.
So
Forever, ever.
my record was standing there like for like 20 years, right? This year, Tez Johnson, who's coming back, he was there for his senior year. He broke one or two of them. The guy that the Broncos just drafted,
Yeah, Troy Franklin. Yeah.
yeah, he broke one. So it was, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm still holding on to one. It was crazy because Tez got in the portal for Troy last year, and I hit him up when I was here, like, hey, Troy, what's up? And he just looked at me like, bro, like, what do you want? And I was like, hey, and then he was like, he really wasn't messing with me to come here. But I was like, and then I seen him commit to Oregon. I hit him. I was like, you know what I'm saying? He committed to Oregon. I was like, hey, good luck. Go do your thing out there. I was like, bruh, like, leave all my records alone. Like, I swear I can repost his DM I sent to him. Don't touch my stuff. That's me. He went over there and acted a fool, but you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I enjoy it definitely, man. He doing a great job out there, man. And then Troy Franklin, obviously, I think, you know what I'm saying, he was one of the top receivers in the country last year. Just still trying to figure why, you know what I mean, the drop, you know what I'm saying, what it did. But, you know what I'm saying, he was I feel like he was a top 5 receiver in the country last year. You know what I'm saying, for him to drop, you know what I'm saying, low as he did, man, was, you know what I'm saying, very shocking. But definitely look forward to, you know what I'm saying, seeing him do his thing. But except for those two weeks out the year, you know what I'm saying, where you see them boys.
Of course, you know.
You know what I'm saying? So,
you know the rules.
my boy, the receiver coach over there as well, Kerry Colbert, actually played in Kansas City as well too.
Yeah, I remember him.
He the receiver coach over there with the Broncos. So, you know what I'm saying, I know he gonna get them boys right, and you know what I'm saying, he's always did. You got Drake. He had Drake London when Drake was in college. Drake, you know what I'm saying, first round to the Falcons. So, but yeah, KC do his thing, man, with the receivers. You know, he had Ricky, what they call him, Ricky Pro, whatever his name was. They got drafted in, I think
Ricky Parcells?
Oh, Ricky Pierce off in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Slick Rick.
Yeah, yep. Kerry had him as well when he was the receiver coach at Florida, coached him, and now, you know what I'm saying, he's where he's at. So obviously Kerry is definitely, you know what I'm saying, putting his hands on some guys and, you know what I'm saying, doing what he does, you know what I'm saying, working his magic. And for him to, you know, play, you know what I'm saying, and people, to, you know what I'm saying, like I said, at the end of the day, like, you buy into somebody who's been to where you're trying to go, like, they're going to show you the way, you know what I'm saying, if you really want it, you know what I'm saying, they're going to guide you, you know what I'm saying, the right direction. All you do is buy in, and everything else will take care of itself.
All right, so you did that little Drake effect, little Drake noise, so we might as well talk about it. Because I don't know if you caught up with K-Dot, man. Let's go and talk about the K-Dot Drake battle, man. I mean, what you think so far, man?
I'm gonna be biased, so that wouldn't even.
California now.
Listen, I'm listening.
You already know.
So.
I'm gonna ask you this though. With all that talent coming out of Long Beach, you never wanted to be a rapper? You never tried or nothing?
Nah, never wanted to. I mean, we've had fun, you know what I'm saying, doing little freestyles here and there, man. With one of my guys who played football with us, who's now in the music industry now, and he's had some good. He's put out some stuff, and got some beats that are now like going crazy on like movies and stuff of that nature. But nah, man, football has always been my avenue, and I think, you know, like I said, from the age of 7 is kind of what I've always, you know what I'm saying, kind of, you know what I'm saying, fell back on, and man, and it helped me to get, you know what I'm saying, free education, and, you know, and help me, you know what I'm saying, pave a way for, you know what I'm saying, the younger generation. You know what I'm saying, a lot of kids from California never really went to the University of Oregon, and then now that's kind of like right after I left, that was kind of like the the floodgate for everybody from Cali to go there, like the University of Oregon in the University of California in Oregon. But it was dope, man, just to kind of see paving that way and open the door for some younger guys that take that next step, man, to play college football.
Yeah, you a trendsetter, Sam. You a trendsetter, bro. You open up the pipeline, man.
Appreciate it.
Hey, man. Like I said, this is a long time coming. We've been wanting to rock with you for a while. You've been rocking with us for a while and under the scenes, behind the scenes, and just always been supportive, man. And man, damn, we appreciate you, bro. We happy to see what you're doing with the 7-on-7, man, with the recruiting, with the coaching. We hope to see you on the sidelines in that red and gold, though, one day.
A couple pictures of me and Andy Reid next to each other, chilling in practice, you know what I'm saying? But nah, man, definitely want to
come to St. Joe and we'll try to hook it up for you.
Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely want to get back there, man. That was dope, man, doing that. But yeah, man, shout out to my guy OJ, taking over for Empire and getting those guys going.
OJ, man, OJ next. That's what we get next. OJ, we need to set it on up. Don't set it on up. You know it's been a long time.
And everything, man. Did the Kurt Warner movie and everything. My boy OJ got that thing rolling, man. But he did training those guys up now, man, and getting them all out, man. And shout out to OJ for doing what he do. And man, whoever next up, man, let's get it, man. Definitely looking forward to seeing Kansas City flourish, obviously. Because I have ties there, and the kids that I've worked with before, man, definitely want to see those guys take those next steps, being in college, and definitely get an opportunity to play at that next level in the NFL. So
before we get you out of here, what's your squad doing this year? Y'all got some beats on the team. What y'all gonna do?
Yeah, we definitely gonna make some noise, man. Definitely looking forward to seeing what we're gonna do, man. I feel like we're gonna probably win 8-9 games this year. You know what I'm saying? Hop in this college playoffs, man, and try to make a run for it. And they want, the people of the city been fiending to get it back to where they used to be, man. 93, 94, 95, and they were Division II. They won back-to-back national champions, 3P like the Chiefs do.
Oh yeah, that's coming soon. Yeah.
So now we trying to get back, to what it used to be, man, and get get Florence jumping like it used to be, man. And it's definitely a work in progress, man. I definitely think we have a lot of pieces to make this thing go, man. Just got some new prospects coming in. I got a couple of transfers that popped in with us, man. And I definitely think that it's going to be a bright future for us. Kind of moving forward, man. We're definitely looking forward to it and getting after it, man. Time can't come fast enough, man. We definitely ready to get after it, man. August 24th can be our first game. We playing Southeast Missouri State out here in Alabama, man. At the this the kickoff classic or whatever. So we basically playing one of the first games of college football that day.
Can we get some tickets?
Yeah, come on down. I got you. I need.
Hey, look! Don't look surprised when we call you.
Hey, man, it's pop out. Man, it's definitely gonna be an experience, man. And playing them, one of the guys that I know from Cali, he's coaching on the staff, and then and definitely like throughout the process, throughout the weeks, kind of coming, following that, man. It's gonna be, like I said, it's gonna be. I think I got four kids that I got to coach on my 7-on-7 team back in the day that I'll be playing against. You know what I'm saying? So being able to see those guys and, and kind of like, man, get those guys a big hug and tell them how proud of them I am of them. And, want to see those guys do their thing, man, but definitely don't want to, definitely want to get the win, but want to see them guys flourish, but not too much. You know what I'm saying? They get tackled at the one. They don't got to score. You can't get it.
I went out of bounds for you, coach.
You feel me?
Hey, man. Hey, man. To see it come full circle, man, from Oregon to the Chiefs to bringing it all back with these coaches and helping out these kids, man. It's a beautiful journey, man. And be proud of you, man, and keep going further and higher and all that. You know what I'm saying? And still representing. So.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all for having me
on. Ladies and gentlemen, Samie Parker, Coach Parker. I'm gonna stop calling you Samie Parker. Coach Parker in the house. And he still got them legs. So if you want to race it out, you know what I'm saying, call him up.
I need a 2 or 3 week notice before so I can do
it. For sure. Thanks for hopping on with us, Coach.
I appreciate
y'all.
Appreciate you, dog.
Thank you.
For sure, man.
All right,
sir.
Man,
Man,
babyface assassin, Samie Parker.
you a babyface assassin. You stupid.
He liked that graphic though. When I sent her that graphic, Sammy was like, "Oh yeah, that's dope, dog. That's dope."
I got a baby face on that thing, man. Like, I was 12.
Oh,
Man.
shit.
I appreciate y'all though, man.
Yeah, for
Appreciate
sure,
you,
man.
bro.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Coach Samie Parker of North Alabama.
North Alabama.
So good luck to him on the year. So yeah, man, let's go ahead and wind it down a little bit. Let's touch on these topics here. So, country, I know you either went to Raw or you saw WWF Raw,
I
WWE
did
Raw.
not, man. I did
You ain't
not,
seen it?
bro. I
Wow.
did not. And I heard it was good. It looked good. Patrick Mahomes was in the building.
Yep.
Trey and Creed,
Yep.
they were part of the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
Those
was
were
fire.
not real Super Bowl rings, people.
Yeah,
So
dog, I was laughing at. I was
like,
laughing at that, dog. I'm like, he
I'm
ain't got the
like,
third ring
come
yet.
on, man. You know Pat is not gonna play with the Super Bowl rings like
Like,
that,
come
bro.
on,
Chill out.
man. With the real rings? Stop it. I was laughing,
It,
dog.
it looked like they had fun, man. It looked like a great time, man. So I know CM Punk was there, who I have seen CM Punk live before, but yeah, it was cool, man. It looked like it was really, really fun, man. So I mean, wrestling making a comeback, man.
Yeah, it is, man. And did you hear that they taking away, like, I guess, like the entertainment aspect of it? So it's gonna be like a little actually real wrestling or more real wrestling incorporated
Hey,
into the
I
sport.
did die at this comment though, John. You
I
said
saw
that.
that, man. I'm like, John, forget you, John. It was already released to the
Yeah,
public anyway.
it's more realistic. That they doing the UFC angles and uh the camera angles is better. It's presented differently. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And 5 Count podcast, John and Big George, they got a wrestling podcast, which is great. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, wrestling making a comeback, man. It's not as hot as it was in the '90s, but it's hot, bro. You can't deny it. There's a lot of people that was not watching wrestling that's getting back into it. So
Look,
the little
it's tough.
kid inside.
It's gonna be tough to top the '90s and the early 2000s, man. I mean, that's just what it is, bro.
Yeah,
But it's a good product again for now. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Just
definitely. Shout out to Triple H.
hmm Triple H. But yeah,
So
man, Patrick and Trey and Creed, they did their thing on there. So salute to
yeah,
them.
man. I bet that was fun for them, man. I know they liked it. So
Yeah, I was in agreement with D Mac when Trey took off his glasses.
that, bro, like what are you gonna do?
That was definitely that
Like
was
for real, dog? It's the habit of
hilarious.
taking out the glasses. Like I don't believe you, bro. I don't believe you.
For real. That
You
was
can't see
hilarious.
me anyway now.
Right.
If I take off my glasses, you gonna beat my ass. I can't see. I can't see. I'm gonna be swinging at the air.
He's just looking at the air like Trey over Boys in the Hood.
Trey and Boys in the Hood. If I take my glasses off,
Oh man. But yeah, let's
nah, I'm
go.
definitely not taking my glasses off.
All right, so let's go and get to the main subject that matters, like outside of sports. Kendrick Lamar and Drake. That's been going
uh,
on for a bit now. Kendrick
I,
is up to me. I think
it,
Kendrick pretty
he's
much destroyed
definitely up,
Drake.
bro. I've never been a Drake fan.
Yeah,
Drake
we
don't
know
make
this.
the he don't make the kind of music that I enjoy. It's not the substance that you know what I'm saying. Like he's a cornball. Let's be honest. He does some corny things.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
he
saying?
has. Hmm.
His style and the way he played with the girls and females. This is why
Yeah,
he can't beat Kendrick though. This is why he's never slept with one of Kendrick girls, which is like the main focus in most of his battles. And Kendrick is on the same level, so it's not like you can say, "Well, you don't sell no records." You know what I'm saying? How they did, or you ain't as popular as your girl, like how they played me,
right.
or you not as popular as me. That's how he played Common and Joe Budden. He can't play like that with Kendrick because Kendrick is like y'all on the level playing field. I do. Hey man, y'all gotta lay off J. Cole, bro. J. Cole is a genius. J. Cole is a genius. Because J. Cole, this is how I feel. This is why I justify J. Cole apologized. I still don't think he should apologize. But this is what
I'm
I
still
think
not with it.
happened. I think he got the phone call like, man, Kendrick was like, man, I ain't even really aiming for you. And this is about to get ugly, and I'm about to go all the way there. So for the sake of our friendship, because I still think they friends. I think J. Cole and Kendrick are still cool. He was like, man, you probably should just, sit on the sidelines for this one, because I'm going there on this though. And ever since he backed out of the battle, I was going to say pulled out, but pause. Ever since he backed out of the battle, I think it was a wise decision at the time. And I still don't think he should have apologized. I think he should have just did it behind the scenes, like, yo, I ain't
He
with it.
should have
You know what
never
I'm saying?
gotten involved. He should have never gotten involved because
Yeah,
it
he
wasn't
should
about
have.
him in the first place.
But honestly, I would rather see. I kind of was hoping for Cole versus Kendrick anyway, because I thought they was on level playing fields too, and they gonna come with them bars. You
Yeah,
know
but
what I'm saying?
then like
So
people wanted them to do a mixtape together one time, and they just had too much respect for each other. You know what I'm saying? To
yeah.
even do that. But
If you a J. Cole fan, this wasn't shocking to you that bro, this is Jake. That sound like him. You know what I'm
but
saying? Like, that's
but
not no character that he didn't. It's not like he been a tough guy his whole career, and then he like, nah, I'm sorry, bro. I shouldn't have did that. He been like this his entire career. You know what I'm saying?
but
Like,
here's the issue I have. You call yourself a Muhammad Ali rap, and you step your toe in the water, and all of a sudden you want to back out. I mean, I just look at you different.
that don't mean that you can't
Now
get it though.
I'm just saying though, like
That
you
don't
had
mean another rapper can't get it though. That mean this my dude, bro. I'm cool with him. It was kind of corny for me to go on my boy because I know he my boy.
and,
But you,
but J. Cole knew that it wasn't about him in the beginning. He knew it was between Kendrick and Drake. He knew
who
this wasn't
shots at
about
J.
him.
Cole? He threw shots at Cole too.
Yeah, of course he did. Because Cole stepped his toe in the water first. That's the only reason why he took shots at him. And then he just moved him out the way and focused on Drake the rest of the song on Euphoria.
Yeah.
And here's what people don't get: the slow stuff that Kendrick was saying, that was more impactful than the rest of the song. High key,
Hey, dog.
the intro.
I thought Kendrick was gonna kill him on the Teddy P beat, and I was like, this is about to be epic. Because
And
if you
Kendrick
can
did
kill
kill him on the
somebody on the
Teddy
Teddy
PB.
Pendergrass beat,
He did kill him on the Teddy PB.
I
Like, did
thought
you
he, you know
catch
what I'm saying? I
everything he
thought he
was
was gonna
saying?
do it. I thought he was gonna do it the whole song. I'm like, bro, if this whole song is the Teddy PB, oh my god, he's about to kill us.
No, you knew it was gonna be a
But
switch up at some point. Because that's what he does.
this is one thing I don't like. Drake, stop trying to change the rules of hip hop, bro. Stop it. Stop putting time limits on stuff. Stop telling me who we can or can't talk about.
He sound like
Stop
LeBron.
Stop doing cease and desist. Stop calling LeBron and crying on your knees because did I disappoint you? Don't ever do that. Bro, Drake get away with the most stuff, bro. Like, who else
Hey
could,
man, that part was so funny as hell. I remember
bro?
that episode.
Ice Cube can cry to an Oakland Raider, like, man, I'm sorry I went easy, man. I was
Oh my
thinking I
god.
disappointed you. Like, no, bro, you can't do that. Stop it. He
I
should
said,
have
what the
lost.
hell?
Man, Drake does stuff that normal rappers cannot get away with. If you're a regular rapper, you cannot get away with messing with man, you can't get away with stuff that Drake get away with. He got people behind him, bro. He really got the machine behind him. Everybody be mad at Eminem. Might not be the one you need to be mad at.
I mean, Eminem does have the machine behind him, but
Man,
Eminem,
you know when Benzino was going to Eminem, he got the machine behind him. He got the yeah, but it's Canadian. He really got some people behind.
And he got that other thing too. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So
I don't know what you're talking about, but I know what you're talking about. Kendrick
exactly.
is too what like that.
Yep, like that with what he got on there with Future and
Push-ups was
Metro
cool.
Boomin.
I'll give Drake props. I know y'all think I hate Drake. I don't know him enough to hate him, but push-ups was cool. But
Yeah, if y'all want to call round one even, I don't have an issue with that. But round
no,
two,
it's not even
Kendrick
because like
smoked it.
that was better than push-ups.
You didn't think like that was better than push-ups?
Like that was better than push-ups.
Okay, well, yeah, I agree with you. But
And
I'm talking
then
about for the
this
people.
next one was better. When he did the AI Tupac thing, that was automatically an O right there. He definitely lost that.
I didn't like that one bit, dog.
Yeah,
Cause like
that was corny, bro. Don't
and because
you
like
didn't even know
and fam,
Tupac. Stop.
exactly and fam when he did the Tupac voice, it sounded like Drake still. It still sounded like Drake rapping.
And he didn't write it anyway.
Yeah, bro. I mean, he had two
No,
ghostwriters on that track.
I'm joking.
No, it said it on the
Hey,
credits. It says on the credits, it's a him and two other ghostwriters on that track. But yeah, dog. At the end of the day, man, Kendrick really tapped into a lot on this track, bro. And I don't think Drake's gonna recover from this one, dog.
if
Because
I was
Kendrick got
Kendrick, I would give him to the weekend. If he don't drop nothing by Friday, I'd drop something else. Now you really got to respond. Think about it. If Drake don't respond within the next couple of days, I drop something else.
Kendrick said, "I'm battling you or AI." Like I already knew Kendrick was gonna flip that. I mean, that was way too easy.
Is that the name of the song? Yeah, it was that was trash, bro. That was
Yeah.
trash.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to Rick Ross? He dropped out of the beef.
I mean, he's still calling Drake BBL Drizzy. He's still doing that on Instagram and all
Bro,
stuff.
he got a BBL, bro. Like, who else could do this in rap and not get away with it, bro? He gets away with the most.
I mean, look, Kendrick already mentioned how Drake got surgery to get his abs. You know what I'm saying? Talk about your core audience, and
That was
as
a
and then
hard line. That was a
yeah,
hard line.
yeah, bro. That was fire. A lot of this was fire, bro. Like I listened to this mug like 10 plus times, bro. Like just trying to catch everything Kendrick was saying, dog. Like it's a lot. It's so much that got revealed in that song, bro.
All right, so what can Drake do right now?
I
I
think Drake should.
discussed this with my cousin. Shout out to Wings and Things. I discussed it with Darren earlier. I'm gonna tell you what my answer is.
Okay.
What's your answer?
I think Drake should bow out, bro. Like you can't
He
win this
can't,
battle.
but he can't, bro. That's not an option.
Look, he's done, bro. Like he can't outdo what Kendrick just did. Kendrick got more in the tank. He got more in the clip. I'm
He got.
sorry.
You can't keep bowing out of these battles, bro. He already bowed out of the Pusha T battle.
Yeah, and what Pusha did was light. This is worse.
You can't
He
bow out.
exposed the way more than what Pusha did. What Pusha did was light.
Okay, so this is my strategy.
All
He
right.
got to go with the Nas effect. He got to have.
I mean, you gotta be really dirty and grimy if you're gonna keep this going.
Yeah,
Like you
he got
really
to
gotta,
get down. He got
yeah.
to get down in the dirt and go. He got to go low. He got to risk it, bro. You
That's
got
the
to
only way
come with
now.
a. It should be gunshots. It should say F Kendrick. It's like the ether beat. Put on F Jay Z. It got to be. You, he got to come with an ether level of this and completely out of character. It can't be no singing on it. This is not for the clubs. It's not a number one hit. We're not trying to get no radio play off of this one. You gotta get down and dirty. And Chris is right. He gotta attack something that we don't know about. You gotta go. You gotta go somewhere, bro.
Yeah, because he tried it. He tried to come at Kendra's wife. The alleged
You
cheating on his
can't say
bodyguards and
size
all that
seven
stuff.
shoes. That ain't gonna size seven shoes ain't gonna get it, baby.
And that
50
was
50 push
debunked.
up.
That
It
was
ain't gonna get it.
debunked. So yeah, but like I said, bro, like Kendra revealed a lot on this track, but I just don't think Drake got it, bro. I really don't think
But
Drake got it in him.
here's also a thing. Kendrick got to be careful. You can't overkill him because then he gonna win the sympathy vote. So
Man,
We
You're the
talking about
sympathy,
Drake
bro.
fans here, man.
Man, listen, dog. Like, hey, look, you see what Chris Brown did to Quavo? You see how many people showed up to his concert? I'm
That
just
was
saying, it could turn into that.
Chris Brown. I wasn't familiar with your game, bro. That was a diabolical move. Like that was an evil move. Like, why would you do that? Like, you gotta a 7 a.m. in Compton.
7 a.m. in Compton.
Nobody believed that though, bro. Chris
Bro,
right, but nobody believes he'll be in Compton at 7 a.m. But
he only put up the Compton one time, and that was the shoot that 100 video with Game. That's the only time he really been in the Compton or been there like that. So
I'm telling you, bro, he gonna have to go. He gonna have to go ether levels of disrespect, bro.
yeah.
OJ, we trying to get you on. Like and subscribe, OJ. The other
Oh, what's good,
OJ.
OJ?
OJ, no, OJ's schedule is busy. You a busy man, bro. But we
Mm-hmm.
definitely got to talk with you too, man. And Samie was great, man. Samie was great, man. I love his story and what he doing with these kids, man, and reaching back with the community and our community. You know what I'm saying? Like Kansas City, like helping out Kansas City kids, putting them in good positions, man, taking them out to college, man. It don't get no better than that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people talk that talk, but they not walking it. So he walking that walk, you know what I'm saying, and talking that talk. So I'm proud of Samie for that, man. It was a beautiful interview, man. A lot of insight, man.
Yeah, for sure. All right. So before we get up out of here, man, for those who don't know, our podcast is our semifinalists. We are nominated for the best podcast in Kansas City from the Kansas City People's Choice Awards. So you guys got until May the 10th to vote for us to get to advance to the next round. I'm gonna see if I get the overlay up here. Boom, there it is.
Hey,
Kansas City People's Choice Award. We're the
please
semifinalists for the
vote,
best
man.
podcast. So
Please
yeah,
vote, man. Hey, whoever voted us, man, we got to find out who voted us into that. So
right.
we definitely appreciate you, man, and thank you. And we just want to make a good showing. If we happen to win the thing, then maybe I'll go buy a suit or something.
Oh, you got no choice. If we somehow win this thing,
I can't
suited,
skip
booted,
the show.
tailored up.
Got to get a nice suit.
Yeah.
It's a
So
lot of podcasts on there, but some good podcasts. What's it? Keep the Tea or something like that. Keep it real. I
uh-huh.
don't want to butcher their name.
Right. But yeah,
We got the link on our Twitter account.
it's a kcpca.org, I believe, is where you go to.
Yeah, appreciate you, John.
Mm-hmm.
Kev. Yeah, go vote, man. That would be dope, man. To put that on the resume. You know what I'm
Or,
saying?
or or my bad, kcpcawards.com/ the semifinalists, and it's got another extended link, but it's on the page though. So yeah,
It's on our
KCPC.
page.
So kcpcawards.com, and you just go to arts and entertainment, and you'll scroll down, and you'll see us under the best podcast category.
Yes, we appreciate your vote, man. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, OJ, hit my DMs, man. We need to talk, man. We need to get on this podcast thing, man. So, shout out to Samie. Shout out to all our crew. Happy birthday to Kylie. Her birthday was a couple of days ago.
Yep, it was.
Yeah, so she's in Costa Rica, I think.
Yeah, having the
Man,
time of her life.
yeah, she is. She having a lot of fun, and that beach looks spectacular.
It does.
It's
It really
like,
does.
I'm like, damn, golly, that's stop putting pictures.
It's like,
We in
man, I'm due.
rainy ass, we
I'm
in
due for one of
rainy ass
those.
Kansas City, and she in Costa Rica.
Yeah, that's how you know I'm due for one of those.
Yeah, definitely due for a vacation. We've been doing for sure, for sure. So Kingdom Cast, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if Arrowhead PM is doing a show this weekend. Y'all check in, we'll keep you posted. But tell the truth, definitely did a show the other day, recapping the draft. It was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
Uh Hey man, everybody that supported us during this draft, we did like 9 hours of draft content. Man, it was fun. It was fun, but I was tired.
Oh, it was exhausting at the end. It was definitely exhausting at the end, bro.
we
I
got
was feeling
we
it.
got to figure out a way to just stream that down in a few hours next year. But it was fun. It's definitely crazy when your team is drafting 32, because y'all the Super Bowl champions, you know what I'm saying? So you have to go through every pick, you know what I'm saying? You can't, when
But
you
the
draft
game
the
we
top
did was fun
15, you
though.
only have to do, you know what I'm saying? You only have to do to your pick, because
Right.
your team is sorry. you
Right.
know, you know
Right.
how it goes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
You
the
know.
game was fun though. The game we did was fun though.
The game was fun. The second
Mhm.
day was fun because of the randomness of what we
Right.
were talking about. Like
Mm-hmm.
the second day is like fun too. Like we
Yeah.
were naming top 5 draft picks, top 5 draft moments, and
Mm-hmm.
all types. We had to fill in a lot of a lot of, and we didn't have a pick in round 3, which was crazy, and we had to fill in that entire round. So man, it was fun, man. We appreciate y'all for rocking over. Both of those did like well over 200 views and stuff. So hey man, please keep liking, sharing, subscribing. Go vote for us on the thing, man. Keep checking us out. We're gonna keep trying to give y'all the best content that we can give, and we appreciate you. Let's go, Chuck.
Yes, sir. All right. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share on social media platforms. Till the next episode. It's on the rookie camp this weekend. We out, Chase Kingdom.
Rookie Cam.